మీరు ముగ్గురు ప్రభు యూ త్రీ బ్యాటింగ్. Okay. So, it's in Telugu or English? All others, they are in English. English only, no problem.
Participants are in waiting.
Oh, you need to allow them. Huh?
You can disable the after waiting.
I'll just allow them. Already, everyone is full for all. Any shloka they gave, bro? Where we are now? Any verse to take or specific verse to take? Or nothing like that. Okay. All is another 8th chapter. 8.9. 8.10. And we'll start with prayers now. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Vayam Rupa Kadavayam Dadati Swam Pradamsitam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Gautam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Shakanam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityaname Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Pachate Veshakarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So BG 8.10. There books and open book. प्रयाणकाले मनसा चलेन प्रयाणकाले मनसा चलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्रणमवेश्य सम्यक् भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमवेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम् परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम्. You can read synonyms or translation.
Translation. One who, at the time of death, fixes his life here between the eyebrows and by the strength of yoga, with an undeviating mind, engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion, will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of God.
Yes. Yeah, purpose.
Purport. In these words, it is clearly stated that at the time of death, the mind must be fixed in devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For those practiced in yoga, it is recommended that they light the light folds between the eyebrows to the Agna Chakra. The practice of such chakra yoga, involving meditation on the six chakras, is suggested here. A pure devotee does not practice such yoga, but because he is always engaged in Krishna consciousness, at death, he can remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead by His grace. This is explained in verse 14. The particular use of the word yoga balena is significant in this word because without practice of yoga, whether Satchakra yoga or bhakti yoga, one cannot come to this transcendental state of being at the time of death. One cannot suddenly remember the Supreme Lord at death. One must have practiced some yoga system, especially the system of bhakti yoga. Since one's mind at death is very disturbed, one should practice transcendence through yoga during one's life.
So, actually, in this verse, Prabhupada, in the beginning, is mainly stressing about to focusing the life force between the eyebrows to the, eyebrows. That is called Ajna Chakra. So, actually, generally, if we see, sometimes in the Bhagavad Gita it is confusing because Krishna is talking about even the other yogas also, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, many other yogas also Krishna says, especially between the chapters till 13th chapter, till, yeah, 13th. And then 13th to 18th, Kshetrajnani, he will majorly focus on the soul and Jnana, how Jnana will help in Bhakti. So Krishna, actually what exactly happening is Krishna not just focusing only on bhakti. So gradually it is progressing, gradually step by step. So if people in the beginning itself, just by understanding karma yoga, jnana yoga, they should not be concluding. So what Krishna is here saying is, you need to focus on the eyebrows. Between the eyebrows. So here he is not exactly saying only to focus on that. So, but at the end, the consciousness matters. so, so this one example Rajasham Prabhu gives. It is like the knowledge or the whatever yoga we are practicing. So it is like Google Maps. So you all know Google Maps, right? So when we open the Google Maps, what exactly first happens? We just put the destination where to go. So we just visit Siskhan temple. Then then what exactly happens? Then one person comes and now you are starting the journey. It takes first take left and then take right. It will guide us, right? So when it is guiding, uh, it doesn't mean that when she says very politely, please take left. Then also you don't listen and if you take right, what exactly happens next? If she's telling to take left, the Google Maps person, the lady, and you are taking right, so what happens next?
It takes another route.
Yeah,
It takes long route.
it reroutes actually. Yeah, so it reroutes exactly. Even in the, I mean, it reroutes, and again next time you go a little forward, and then again she's saying to take right, and now you are taking left. What have exactly happened? Then again reroutes, right? So here, what exactly happened if you are not listening to her?
Again and again, it will show reroute.
Yeah, reroute. And then the time increases, right? The duration is going to increase. So when you exactly follow whatever he's saying, whatever she's saying, uh, you can reach the destination in shortest time. But when you are not listening and trying to take left, actually, it doesn't mean that you are not going to reach the destination. It may take 2 3 hours late more, or it may take one day late also. If you are just not listening at all. So, but the destination, everybody has to go to that destination. So here also different yogas, different religions, everything actually. That is why Hindu Dharma is called inclusiveness. I mean, it includes all other religions also. It's not like Jesus says, "Oh, I am the only way." You don't have any other ways. You have to follow my footsteps. I mean, many places they were very force. They are forcing the follower. Even Muslims also. If you don't worship Allah, I mean, you cannot go to heaven. So they'll force everyone else also to follow their dharma. But Sanatana Dharma says you follow whatever is feasible for you. But this is the ultimate. Whatever is Krishna exactly saying that you follow, that is fine. You can reach the destination of Gola Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, any other of your destiny in the shortest time. But if you are not following, if you are following something else also, still there is a hope. It's not that you cannot reach at all. So whatever dharma you follow, you can reach. But the time gap, the time, how much time it takes for you to go back to Krishna, it depends on what you are following. So here Krishna very specifically mentioning about the Jnana Yoga also. In the first paragraph, again Prabhupada explains about the second paragraph. So he says one cannot suddenly remember the Lord, Supreme Lord at the death. So the state of being at the time of death. So the whole Bhagavad Gita essence lies in these particular two lines. What you do whole life, what you meditate, what you are doing, what your consciousness is doing in the whole your journey. So based on that, Krishna is going. I mean, our external life is going to be awarded. So this is the essence of, I mean, this particular line where whatever you are thinking about me, based on that, I mean, your next life, many places, Krishna stresses on this particular point that your consciousness really matters. So we know that I mean, we have intelligence, false ego, these three, I mean, subtle body in the subtle body. Intelligence, false ego, what else? Huh? Mind, intelligence, false ego. So this mind, intelligence, false ego, that is what actually our soul consists of. So when we say our soul, I mean, it doesn't mean we are only that soul. So actually, this I was not knowing when I stayed in voice almost for 6 years. I was not knowing that we have sukshma senses also. Sukshma subtle senses. So subtle senses, what exactly happens is, I mean, we have eyes to see, right? We have eyes to see. Uh, but these eyes are just like we use that to see in the solar planets. And what do we call that? Uh, the device which we use for telescope. So eyes are like telescope actually. But without eyes also soul can see. And even the senses, nose, mouth, even soul is having his own senses. So this one I was a little not sure because we think that because of mouth only we are tasting, because of tongue, because of nose we are able to breathing. Breathing is different. Breathing is needed for body, but not for the soul. But a sense of smell, sense of sparsha, everything is there within the soul. The soul itself is having. So what exactly happens? So I said that I gave this example earlier also, I think. So when a person dies and he becomes a ghost, he becomes a ghost. So actually, he can see the body. He can see everyone. He can see everyone. He's not having eyes. Soul is like minute, very minute, and uh, I mean he or she. Actually, when particular person suddenly dies in between, I gave with this example. I think in my own relatives, uh, my my mama, my uncle wife, she died actually. One more uncle was there in the village, my father's side relative. So she died with a snake bite. She died with a snake bite, and then she became ghost. So she became ghost, and many people were getting haunted with her influence, because when somebody dies in between, before there come, I mean the limit whatever Brahma has given. So she has died at the age of just 30, I think, very young, and she died when she died. So at the time of death, she was very anxious because there not much facility in the village. They were trying to take her to hospital, and then only she died. So when she died, this happened, and many of my relatives, my uncle, many people became devotees with this incident, because they know that we are not really this body. So this lady, because just by knowing whatever is there in the scriptures, we don't believe actually. But when we see in front of us happening, so we can easily believe that, because we can see them. So many times when she died, she became ghost, and she can see everyone. She can see everyone, and so many times what happened. One of my relative, she is my father sister, and then she stays in some other village. So whenever she used to come to our place, um, I mean that Rani auntie, her name is Rani, her name was. So she used to occupy the body of my brother, my father's sister. Her name is Satya Devi. So whenever she used to come to that village, she used to occupy. Many times it happened. Then we were not believing. I was thinking maybe this lady, she wants to fulfill her own desire and acting like she got haunted. So I was not believing. That time we were not knowing anything. How can this ghost and all happened? I was thinking. But she became ghost. She was like that for many years, maybe 4 5 years like that. 4 5 years. Many people used to get haunted. My grandfather, he cannot even walk. He got haunted by a ghost, and then he ran till her samadhi, where we, yeah, but buried her. So he ran without stick. We were like, how can this happen? And she, that incident happened. Even for my own, even she got unto me also. And I was ninth standard that time. I was like, actually, he was having two kids, one Praveen and Raju. So they were like my age only. We were fighting, and then she saw, being a ghost. She saw that I beated him. He got bleeded. Just we were very kids. Something happened for small things, and then she occupied me as well. I was unconscious for almost 20 22 minutes, and then I really don't remember what exactly happened that time. Then everyone is saying, actually, he also got infected by ghost, and so in front of everyone, she said that this fellow he beated my son, and because they have a lot of attraction, even being in ghost, actually they see everything very pathetic condition. They cannot talk until unless they occupy somebody. So when they don't have body also, they can see actually. They can see, they can sense everything. They can watch. But what exactly happens in many times? What exactly happens in the beginning? They try so much. In the beginning, they try so much to occupy some other body. But when this soul, our soul is, when we are strong, our potential is strong. Chaitanya Charan Prabhu is very nice example. There will be a continuous effort by the ghost to occupy our body. But when we are strong mentally, it can't occupy. when our potential is stronger. And when our potential comes down, drops down, then it can occupy our to some time. So this happened, and I was like, we are really soul, because whenever we die, so what exactly happens when we bury that body? They will try to go and sit into the body again and wake up, but it is not possible. They become very hopeless, and they can see everyone, and the consciousness will be the same. Whatever when she was alive, until unless she gets the next body, the consciousness will be remain same. So so this way, so the consciousness is really important. How we are carrying, and many people next life also some of the symptoms, like some people they don't eat spicy, some people they like spicy, some people they have some phobia from water, from many other things happen. So that also continues from last life also. Some people have lot of desires, desires, many other things. That is from past life actually. That is from past life. Even after becoming devotees, it is very difficult to control, because the same is continuing. The consciousness is continuing. So the consciousness goes with the subtle body, not exactly consciousness. The senses. So subtle senses are there. So the nature of the senses, whatever desires, whatever we have, that will continue with the body to the next life. So getting deviated, I think. Yeah. So in this material world, uh, till what time, Prabhu? 7:30, yeah? Okay. So in this material world, so the major problem with this material world is desires. Everyone, we came for fulfilling our, I mean, we want to enjoy independently and we want to fulfill our desires. So in this material, everybody is trying to show up that I am becoming the boss, but our real nature is das. We want to become das and das and. So this concept is, even though we know, but after becoming devotee also, it is not that easy to become like a servant, because everyone wants to enjoy, and then people wants to people try different ways of different varieties. Like one person, Edward Jones, I think his name, he married 81 people, 81 wives he was having. So he's trying to explore different bodies. And then at the end, what exactly happened? People are thinking, "Arey, see this guy, even if somebody marries 4 5 people also think, oh, he's enjoying so much." After 81 marriages, when he died, he died at the age of 70, 71, I think. When he died, nobody came for his final ceremony. That ceremony they do, right? So even, I mean, nobody came. He was having a lot of children, many wives, but the end results were too horrible. So even only government has to take special effort, and they buried his body. So that is one type of enjoyment. Many people, they will try to do bungee jumps after going long distance. And then many people in this material world, even though they are not enjoying, they want to show up that they are enjoying. Take selfie, upload in Instagram, Facebook. Really, so much craziness going on. I mean, even though we love, I mean, that is how the material world is running everywhere. They even for buying a car also, they'll have some lady standing there, and everywhere trying to uh, show off actually that we are enjoying, but we cannot enjoy. Only devotees knows. Even only devotees knows, and if devotees try to enjoy also, he cannot enjoy. This Krishna consciousness is such a way that uh, once you come in contact with devotees, once you know the philosophy, at least to some extent, even if you go outside to enjoy also, you cannot enjoy peacefully. Whatever you do, our Paramatma will be dictating, man, arey yaar, now no sense gratification. You cannot enjoy. Even if you enjoy also, after that, so much frustration. Frustration will be there for a long time. For every devotees, outside, at least devotees know that we cannot enjoy. Outside people trying to enjoy, it is, they are never satisfied. So, I mean, this way, the mind is very chanchal, trying to explore all the possibilities to enjoy, but we cannot enjoy. Because if we see in this material also, our goal is like, you know, we want to become, we want to end, we want to become good husband, we want to become an, and then the ultimate goal for everyone is to actually enjoy, because we want to have more money. Why you want to have more money? Why we want to have luxurious life? Many things are, I mean, many ways we try to accumulate, we try to enjoy, but Prabhupada is saying, Samsara Dava, Navlida Loka, this is, I mean, this material world is like a forest and you cannot enjoy. I mean, even if you want to enjoy also, it is going to get burned. I mean, you somehow or other you have to leave this material world. I mean, in this connection, I was remembering one example. So you all know when if you are working in software company, so what exactly happens is they do this trial run. What exactly happens when suddenly one siren, you will hear some siren, and then they will make a trial actually. What if something, if some emergency things happen, some fire get caught or many things happen, these kind of emergencies. So suddenly some iron, actually when you join as a fresher, then you will like you'll be worried. "Arre, what exactly happening?" I mean, you will take it as serious. When people are seniors, they don't even go out. So suddenly that alarm bells, it rings, and then many people they should not, lift will not work, and all lights will be switched off, and you have to go in to the steps one by one. Uh, so gradually, I mean, every 6 months, every 3 months they do this, and we'll get bored actually. Arre. This is like funny only. Many people they'll try to go escape from the I mean, with that reason, they'll go back to home also. They'll not come back to work. So people don't take it seriously. So what exactly happened? This really happened. So I went to Delhi on this client visit. So in the hotel again this happened. There also siren and emergency. It was in the early morning. Me and one more guy was there, Amit. So we both were there, and here also started. Yeah, we were thinking. Then we were again sleeping. And then we saw that after when we went to sleep, some smoke is coming suddenly. Like, actually, we were taking it easy because we already saw every month it is happening. I mean, very frequently happening at the office. So we didn't take it seriously. After some time, uh, after some time, then we realized that this is happening truly. I mean, it really happening. Then I was like trying to take my laptop, everything, and this guy went without laptop. Because it was too serious. And then I was like trying to take my laptop, at least some important things I have to take, I was thinking. Then I packed up everything, and somehow they have the emergency map way to go, and so somehow I also escaped. Then after going down, he was scolding me so much. What type of fully are? Uh, I mean, already everything it was burning everything, and you are like trying to take your laptop, money, everything, documents, and all. I mean, when it is an emergency, you should not even think about that. You should somehow try to save yourself. You should even jump also. Uh, then I was like, yeah, that is true. Because even in this material world also, everyone has to die. It's like forest fire purposes. Forest fire means like something, somehow like that somebody and later it has just happened naturally. Then it will nobody can stop it. It happens especially in the USA and Africa side. So very frequently it happens. So once the forest gets fire, and then whole forest will be burned, and all the animals, whatever animals, even snakes, everything will get burned. They cannot escape on. So we are also like animals in the forest. Somehow or other we have to die. Yeah. And when it happens also we don't know. But still we don't take it seriously. We are like, I mean, this is the even Yudhishthir, Yaksha Prashnas, this is there. Na? Yaksha asked, what is the most surprising thing in this material world? And then Dharmara, Yudhishthir says, actually, in this material world, everyone has to die. Our grandfather died, our grandfather died, our father also sometimes, even for few people, father also dies, and you also have to die. But still we don't take it seriously. We don't take it. We never actually. We don't even think about that. We'll die, but suddenly death comes at. I mean, death comes very surprisingly, and we don't even prepare also. So the whole uh, focus on the religious, any religiousness, especially Sanatana Dharma, is to prepare for the death, this final exam. Final exam, at least we know, when semesters are everywhere, we know when it comes scheduled. But our final exam in the real life, it is not at all scheduled. Anytime it can come. So at least the consciousness should be there. And even if you die without remembering Krishna also, Krishna is guaranteeing that next life it is going to continue. Next life it is going to continue whatever wherever you stopped, whatever you started, that is not going to be wasted. So in this connection, the where this is where the reincarnation also helps us. This Ratnavali Mataji you heard, Ratnavali Mataji, you heard anyone? Yes, Raghav Das Brahmachari. So that is one hope for us. Actually, this is really happened that Mataji came to Bangalore. She came to Bangalore. So our temple sponsored for her and she stayed for almost 4 5 days. I personally interacted with because I was like maybe ISKCON people created this story or what. I was thinking like that because that fellow he was last life his name was Raghav Das Brahmachari. I mean, even after becoming devotees, also it is very the innate faith will not come because everybody is saying we are following, and once we this is like bar we cannot escape. Also, ISKCON is like I mean nobody will stop, but our consciousness, our I mean I may miss the train because if we are in train somewhere or other we'll reach the destination. But if you get down, you cannot get down from the train also. Once you board, you will somehow will take you. So so this Raghadas Brahmachari actually he suddenly died in an accident. So they were going for book distribution, I think, and then one truck carrying the rods. Suddenly he put the brake, and the driver was Krishna Das, and the rods fits into his stomach, and he died on the spot. But even though because he was Brahmachari, I don't know online people how many are listening. So even though he was brahmachari, he was thinking of one lady from India. She was near to temple and she was coming to temple many times. Even being the brahmachari, he was thinking about her. And at the time of death, he remembered her only, not Krishna. So he took birth again as Ratnavali Mataji in the next life. And I mean, for her in the beginning, she was getting many dreams related to her past life. But we generally don't take seriously, but she took it. I mean, they were very continuous, same type of dreams. So, and then when she was going to the same places, she remembered the same places what she was getting dreams. The same exact locations she was seeing in front of her because her birth was very close to the past life, the place where she born in the past life. So that way, I mean, she saw Prabhupada photo, she got connected to devotees. And then the last life where how she got introduced to the person, Tribhuwana Prabhu, the same devotee she met. And then she shared very intimate exchanges when they both are brahmacharis, that Prabhu brahmachari. The intimate personal stories she shared, he was like shocked. "Arre, how can only that guy lives Raghadas, and how is this Mataji is telling everything whatever in the past life?" Then he 100% he believed that okay, she is the same, he is the same. And then many other the driver Krishnadas and many other incidents she shared almost 11 to 12 devotees the same incident what happened in the past life. So that Mataji, she got married in the beginning and then she was not interested to go continue the material life. She left the husband and now she's in London mostly, but most of the time she stays in Mayapur only. And so if somebody telling lie also for the fame, they will at least material life they will not sacrifice it. So is this Mataji left husband, she is really practicing very seriously. She's like full-time brahmachari only. She doesn't have any attraction to the material enjoyments or anything. So when she came, many people were asking questions. Mataji, is it true or not? Arre, why, if it is not true, why will I tell? I mean, why will I waste my life? Nothing like that, Prabhu. Really, it happened. Even this life, I am trying to be very cautious. You have seen her video. YouTube, if in YouTube, if he is like Ratna, the drum also. In the past life, she was drum player. The same will continue. Same continued. Many of our activities in this life, whatever we are doing, our desires, our consciousness, everything will get, I mean, it will be carried forward to next life also. That is why we try to come back to Sattva Gun, our habits, we try to change. So if we try to change this life, that will continue. So that's what I mean. In this life, we take so much serious about our relatives, our friends, our parents, our whole life. For example, I am married. I have two kids. Our whole life will go for wife and two kids. Whole life is for them only. Really, every parent, if you take also, their whole life is around their children only. And then when they die, they will again take birth and again new children. Whole life will go for their own children. So actually, purpose is even if you spend 1% of your effort for Krishna, other than your relatives or your own blood relatives or your parents or family, even if you put 1% of the love, energy you are spending for them to Krishna, then your life is successful properly. So that also we don't get. Our whole effort, our whole work, our whole energy will go for them only. And again, if you die, that will not continue next life, right? But next life is there for sure. Even if you believe or if you don't believe, it is there. Actually, it is there because otherwise, what is the use of life? I mean, there is no purpose only. If you just live for your own and if you enjoy and then if you die, there is no purpose only. Why we are coming to existence and why we are going? No purpose actually. So even Vivekananda says, put a mark behind your birth and death. He says like that. But what mark he also doesn't know. Whatever mark you put, whatever achievements, whatever uh, whatever celebrity, even if you become, everyone is trying to become a celebrity these days. Everyone is becoming to trying to become a famous to social media, many other places. It's like Jiguno, this example like Jiguno means uh, minugu purugu. That in light, in darkness, yeah, sparks comes. Huh? What purugu? Minugu purugu. So that's like that. I mean, many people are in yes, bro. Global. So many people are in the material world, many people are like in ignorance, darkness. Uh, Darkness means, I mean, that's why when if it is in light, we cannot even see that. We don't put much focus on that because we are all in ignorance. Because that Jugunu, it will last only for I mean, it will live for only few days, I think, and only for that duration it gives sparks and people will be very much